It's vrlink here, and this is part 3 of my list for the top Apple App games and apps that are free.
So it's been a while since I've done a video like this, so I do have to let you all know that the majority games on this list are newer games, but some of them have been around for a while. Make sure to like and comment if you do like this video, and I'll start making a lot more. Now with that said, let's get into it. Number 1. Tower Tag. So Tower Tag is a PvP shooter that you can basically teleport in. It kind of reminds me a lot of Wands Alliance, at least the teleportation. Instead of using wands, you actually just use a gun. For a free game, this game feels nice and polished, and it features no VR jank at all. This game offers kind of like a capture the flag type mode and a team deathmatch type mode where you just kill as many people as possible. So in this mode, once you die, you just come back. Also, the traversal is a bit different from any other game like this I've ever played. When you're trying to go to a new totem, you actually have to unlock it first, and you do that by kind of attaching your cable to it and loading it up so you can change the color to it and make it your own. Then you can traverse right to it. And the competing team also does have the power to change it right back to their actual color. So this actually adds a lot of strategy to this game. This game is easy to pick up, but very hard to master. When I was first playing this game, I was getting whooped by like a 10-year-old. This game can be very hard to master at first, but give it maybe an hour or two and you'll start to get used to it. For me, I think the problem was that I think my hitbox or the hitboxes in this game might be a bit too big, or I just might be really bad, because when I was hiding behind the totems, I realized I just kept on getting hit even when I'm like, where are they hitting me from? I'm right behind the totem. So I don't know if I'm just really bad or you just need to get used to it. I do hope more people start playing this game, because there are a lot of bots in this game because not a lot of people play yet. So if you want to build a team, you can actually add some bots to it if there aren't actually some real people playing. So definitely go and try this game out. It is free like everything on this list. Number 2. Honestly, I have no idea how to say this. I think it's called Wadality. But yeah, Wadality, number 2. So in my opinion, Wadality is one of the most unique games on this list. It's a PvP multiplayer shooter and sometimes punching people game that has a bunch of different maps, a lot of different ways to play, and a lot of different weapons. And it has a really unique way of just moving around the environment. So like Gorilla Tag, I would say this game is a fun game to just get you and your friends into and just get a couple matches in. And it seems like it has a really big player base, but nobody's really talking about it. So if you're worried about not having a lot of players to play with on here, you're not going to have this problem. At least when I was playing, there was a full room, and I played multiple rounds and there were always a full room, so there was no bots or anything like that. It was just actual people playing. Now when it comes to the flying mechanic, at first it feels a little weird because you literally have to flap your arms, but after that it feels so much fun, and it just feels natural and just fun to do, and it's a really neat way of just getting around the game. And it's a mechanic in the game that's not just there to be there, it's there because you actually need it to get around the game. There's a lot of maps surrounded by just flying in general, so you kind of need it to just get around. And as for the weapons, you can really find which weapon works best for you because they have around 6, I think, weapons. Like I was saying before, they even have a weapon which is basically just some boxing gloves, and it just allows you to punch the heck out of people. So I really did enjoy that. And this game just looks good as well. And it doesn't really have a lot of VR jank at all. I'm finding that a lot with a lot of these new App Lab games. Before, when I was first starting out making these videos, used to see a lot of janky App Lab games, but now there's some really good ones that are for free. So you all should definitely check this out. Number 3, Live. Now Live is the first app on this list. Live is an app that works on PC and iPhone that allows you to record yourself in VR. Now I've known about Live for a while now, but I was just recently testing it out for a video on an extended handle for the Quest 2. So in this video, I used it to insert myself into 2 games that I was actually playing, so you all can kind of see how the handles may work. Now honestly, it did not work that good, but I think it's because I was wearing black and positioning that I had to work with, and I didn't really have enough space to work with. But once I tried it again off camera, it worked pretty much perfectly, and I wish I had that footage to show you all. But trust me, this app is amazing, and it's crazy that you can just use an iPhone to do this. One of the biggest things I love about this app is that you don't have to get a green screen or use a green screen in order to use this app. Everything is based off of, I believe, AI. I honestly don't know how they do it. It's basically magic, but this app is amazing. And I've heard that the PC version is even better. Now, I personally cannot try out the PC version because I have a Mac, but I've watched some videos with it and you can do a lot more on the PC version. So if you do have a PC version, I would definitely say to test that out. And I believe the PC app is free as well. I do also have to mention that this app on iPhone at least only works with some games. So it doesn't work with every single game on the Quest 2, only a few of them, probably around 15 of them, I believe, 10 to 15 games it works for. But if you have the PC version, it works with much more games. If you're interested in the extended handles that I was using, you can definitely check it out. The video should be popping up right now. Number 4. Battle Talent. Now, I've talked a lot about Battle Talent before, but I've never put it on a list like this. So Battle Talent is one of my favorite games of all time on the Quest 2, and is actually considered a demo, but it definitely doesn't feel like one. So in this game, you're able to actually get mods. It has a roguelike type game feeling, where you can basically go in a maze and fight a bunch of people in dungeons. There's also a lot of different ways you can play. You can actually have a bunch of different weapons even before you get to getting mods in this game. There's basically even a custom horde mode where you can just have people spawned for you to fight, or you can have them verse each other. One side good, one side bad. This game also does have very good advanced physics. So I've been playing this game since I basically got a Quest 2, and it is still getting updates. So I got a Quest 2 almost 2 years ago now, and this game's most recent update was less than a month ago. That's crazy. And this is not even a full game. This is just a demo, remember that. Everything packed into this game is just for a demo, and it's so good. So I definitely recommend everyone who has a Quest 2 to get this game because it is amazing and it's just so much fun. Number 5, Piano Vision. Now, I did already make a video about Piano Vision, and if you don't know what it is an app that lets you play the piano or teaches you how to play the piano with VR. And I want to put it on this list because I definitely do think it deserves to be. It is a free app on App Lab, so why not put it on this list? So I'm just going to briefly go over this app and leave a link to this video that should be popping up right now. So the way that Piano Vision basically works is that it puts an AR overlay over the piano and tells you which piano key to press while you play. Now, in the YouTube video I made for this app, I didn't do it completely how it's supposed to. So when you actually get the app, you're supposed to connect it to your computer or directly to the Quest 2, but I had a much older piano, so I couldn't really do that. So instead, I used the AirPlay option and overlaid that on my piano. So this doesn't work perfectly because it can't really sense that you're actually pressing the piano, but it worked pretty good. But I definitely do recommend that you do it the way you're supposed to because this does not sense the piano key strokes every single time, and you might have to press it more than once, and that's kind of annoying when you want to play a really cool piano song. Number 6, Upenders. Upenders is another really cool PvP multiplayer shooter with a catch. So in Upenders, you're able to teleport to different platforms while switching gravity. I found this gameplay very unique, and it can kind of get a little confusing once you first start playing because you might get kind of unoriented when you first teleport in a different field of gravity. There are 2 different game modes. There's Capture the Flag, we all know that one, and there is Team Deathmatch. In Capture the Flag, the goal is just to capture the area and try not to get killed. And in Team Deathmatch, just kill as much people as possible. There are a lot of different weapons to choose from in this game, and honestly, I don't know how to use all of them. There's even a weapon where it's a gun and a shield at the same time, and a really cool feature in this game is that you can use your teleport bubbles to shoot into it and it'll aim through the next teleport bubble. That's kind of confusing to say, but that's the best way I know how to explain it. Actually, I just thought of a better way. So if you've played the game Portal, you can make a portal and then shoot into that portal and it will hit your target inside of the portal, if that makes sense. So that's kind of a confusing way to explain it, but that's another way that might help you all know what I'm talking about. Another great aspect about this game is that you can actually customize your loadout all the way up until your helmet that you want to use. It really doesn't do anything, I believe, what helmet you want to use, but it's cool that you can customize what you actually look like, and you can customize a bunch of different guns as well. Now, the first time I ever played this game was maybe 7 months ago, and when I replayed it about 2 days ago, it didn't really have too many players at all. Honestly, I was the only player in this game. I definitely do think this game is good enough to have a lot more players in this, so can you all please play this game? I'm not sponsored or anything, but this is a good game, and it kind of sucks to see that there's not really anyone playing. When I was in this, I was just playing with bots, and that's just really sad to see. So if you're interested in this game, definitely download it. It is free. Check it out. Number 7. And last but not least, we do have the game Roll a Mech. If you ever want to pilot a mech, this game is for you. Now, this specific game is a demo version of Roll a Mech, but it is free and you do get a lot for this demo. In this demo, you can play single player, multiplayer, and you can even change what your mech looks like. So as far as I know, this game only has 2 versions of the mech. They have the construction version, which is the base version, and the stealth version. I don't really know the difference between either of them, except on how they look. The stealth is a little bit silvery, well, a lot silvery, and then the construction looks like it's made for a construction's warehouse. The game modes for this game are actually quite a bit of fun. In the multiplayer, you have deathmatch and playground. And for each mode, you can choose between a private match or a public match. Now, in a deathmatch, it's just like any other deathmatch in any other game. You just see who can get the most kills, and then you get respawned over and over again, and it continues to play like that. The good thing about this game is that you can pick whatever weapon you want. So the weapon types are basically just laying around in the actual arena, and you can just roll over them, and then you can pick a new weapon to play as. So I thought that was really cool. You're not set to the standard weapon that your actual mech has. So if you played a game like Twisted Metal, think of it of kind of like that. Now, the playground mode is completely different from this. It's more like Rocket League. Actually, it's almost exactly like Rocket League, except you can actually shoot the ball to make it go inside the goal, and I thought that was really cool. And you have, of course, all of the mech powers that you normally have. And again, in this demo, you can do pretty much everything with multiplayer. So I've even played multiplayer in this game with my girlfriend, and it was pretty fun. And there are other modes in the single player option, my favorite being mission. So in the demo version of this game, they only give you one mission, and that's basically a prison escape type mission. So in this mission or campaign like gameplay, they plop you down into a prison and they just hope you find your way to escape. The reason why I love this mode so much is because you get to use every single thing you learned and put it into this one type of gameplay, while also having a goal to accomplish. Another good thing about this mode that's kind of sad is that since no one really plays this demo anymore or this game, you actually have something to do. So before, when I was first playing into this game or first introduced, there was actually a good majority of people playing. Now I can't really find anyone on any server to play with. So this game type is actually really fun and gives you something to do. So that is really sad. So I'm telling you all this so you guys can go ahead and get this demo and start playing to possibly build a community around this game, because again, this is one of those games that are really good but not a lot of people know about or play. So definitely check this game out. It is free. And if you like it enough, pay for the full version. I believe it's only like $11. The only condition with this demo is that it is a timed demo. I believe it's around 30 minutes or maybe an hour. I'm not quite too sure how long the demo actually is. So once your time is up, the game just stops and you go back to the main menu. Now, as I'm making this video and watching the recording of this game, it does not look like this when you're actually playing the VR game itself. I don't know why it puts that black circle around it, but once you're actually in the mech, it feels like you're actually in a real robot. So there's not some type of black circle around. You feel like you're in a real mech. There's a bunch of robot stuff all around you. So I feel like this video really isn't showing just how good this game looks. It's not an amazing graphical achievement type game, but the graphics are really not that bad. Anyway, this is my part 3 for the top free App Lab games and apps on the Quest 2. I haven't made a list like this in a long time, so let me know if you enjoyed this video and I'll keep on making more of these. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It would really help the channel out. If you ever want to see your names at the end of any of my videos or get a shout out, please join my Patreon. That would also really help the channel out. Follow me on my Twitter. I usually answer any questions someone might ask me, and you can also put any questions on the comment section below. Everything I said will be listed in my description. Each game listed in this video will also be listed in the description as well. As always, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day or night. Peace out.